join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Down. Do something crazy.
Do something crazy. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Redskins are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Vikings, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Steve Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defense showing blitz. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
For Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 46 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Deep drop. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I never bet against him.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Vikings send out Blair Walsh to try the field goal here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Washington 1st down. A good job there on the carry by Kenyon Drake. What do you think his real strengths are?
I think ultimately it's his versatility, his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, his ability to be a big factor in the return game. The poor people at Clemson will remember that from the national championship game he played in. And then he can actually run the footballs we just saw there. He has the quicks, good vision, and the ability to make people miss.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black round. Ohio. Watch the whip.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Come on, let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
On play action, they'll throw. Morris fighting. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And here is the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week, and boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
Bridgewater now. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Chris Baker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the screen pass. 37 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run with Peterson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremy Mency in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a 1st down.
And now here's a carry heading left. A big play there out of the running game. 32 yards.
Kenyon Drake was an interesting evaluation coming out of school because you saw all the talents. You saw the run right there, and there's a big reason why you want him to have the ball in his hands. You knew he could catch it out of the backfield. He was big time in the return game. His only question mark, durability. Injuries throughout his college career.
Well, he's healthy right now and productive on that run. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garçon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson! Penalty marker is down here. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration This one's coming back.
When Cordero Patterson came out of the University of Tennessee, his athletic ability was never in question. We knew he could do things like this, return kicks. Thought he would develop better as a receiver. That hasn't happened, but his kick return ability, not in question at all.
He was the only guy with 2 kick returns for a touchdown in 2015, keeping the electricity alive in 2016. First down, Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 79 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 48 yards. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the run with the ball.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there's a flag on the field. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Brown able to put it through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. From a shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And on 2nd and 10 now. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Wright's got it. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 54 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That one goes for 24 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Peterson alone in the backfield. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And there's looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarrett McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 3 yards left to grab here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Bird. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go.
Morris fighting. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Offense working with a 2nd. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Bridgewater. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Out to the left here to Reed. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Big yardage that time. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Ohio! Check 26, check 26. Ohio! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Peterson alone in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. goes Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Penalty marker is down here. Careless there. That's going to be a penalty because they were in contact with a return man.
It's not just the punt returner that has to locate the football. The gunners going downfield have to see that as well to make sure they don't contact him.
Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. And now a timeout's going to be called here. I think it was by the defense. It was. And that's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this second half. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now it's Crowder. Oh, a little 360. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. And you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons, but if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.
So for the Vikings, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Days done changed the hip hop since I let Bobby out the slammer.